the Derek Hawke after party. And so far we have with us Derek himself. We've also got Zach Brown, as you guys know, as the Bible Belt Atheist. We've got the amazing Duke Bonanza with us, and we've got the guy from across the pond, Mr. Bad-Tempered Badger. Now, there are other people that asked me for a link that haven't popped in yet, so I'm not entirely sure exactly how many people we can put in this thing. So this is my first time using StreamYards, which is very much like Hangouts, but it's its own online sort of same idea as Hangouts, but you can't get 10 people like you can in Hangouts. But anyway, so Duke here got a haircut and a beard trim, and he was taunting that on or flaunting that out on Twitter earlier. And I said he looked suave and debonair when I posted it. Anyway, it looks good though. That's what I can tell you.
It's just a love machine.
That's right. Duke, you're uncharacteristically quiet. Oh, that's because he left. And now Pikachu's in the wings waiting, so I'll add him to the stream. There he is. So yeah, I don't know what happened with Duke, but anyways, we've got Pikachu the gay atheist with us now. So you got to shorten that to gaytheist, dude.
I've been saying this. I've been saying this.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Pikachu, what is all that in the background? That looks interesting. What do you got back there?
Oh,
Zach,
here. I got the bisexual pride flag, and then behind that, I got another flag with the Democrat. What is it? The logo.
What's that yellow
on it? Huh?
What's that yellow?
Oh, I was a big fan of LSU, Louisiana State University, and some of their college sports and stuff like that.
You like sports?
That's what all that stuff is.
That's
I got a whole bunch of other shit in this room.
Okay.
This room's a mess.
I was going to say that's what the smell is.
Yeah.
Hey, Badger, how come you don't have Orla creeping up on you in the picture like you did yesterday or the day before yesterday?
I don't know what happened there. I was just being haunted.
She stopped stalking you?
No.
Are we talking about the good-tempered badger?
Well, he claims he's a bad-tempered badger, but I really have yet to see him go squirrely or badgery, I guess.
Oh, haven't you seen me on the Twitter lately? Apparently, I've angered all the Twitter Trumpians.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I tried to be charitable, but apparently that didn't go down very well.
Oh, fuck. Great.
Honey badger, don't play that.
Oh, you see, that's my African cousin.
Yeah, there's an old saying around here in Louisiana because one of our football players that we used to have for Louisiana State University, and he went to play for the Arizona Cardinals, and of course he got into some trouble with the law, but his nickname was the Honey Badger, and the old saying was the Honey Badger, just takes whatever he wants,
This is true, and nobody fucks with him.
Yeah.
And
Honey badger don't care. That's it.
Yeah. What are you playing, Zach?
Funny you'd ask. It's an old game from like the turn of the millennium that I used to play like 10 years ago with some old friends. And
well, they're probably older now.
Yeah, they're about my age.
Okay.
But it's a game called Age of Empires 2.
Did anybody ever play? It was a PC game. It was Star Trek Armada.
Yes, I remember that.
I love the hell out of that game.
I only played it a couple of times, but my friend Todd used to play it like religiously.
Yeah.
I'd walk over there and he'd be playing it, and I'd be like, "Come on, buddy, let's go get some beer. Come on, get off the computer."
Yeah.
It was Alien versus Predator. I used to play that a lot.
Alien versus Predator.
Yeah. PC.
I didn't know that. I didn't even realize that was a game for PC. Really?
Oh yeah. There was two of them.
Shit.
There was two of them.
That's pretty fucking cool. I had no idea. Now I wonder if this is. What if I'm double broadcasting this one too?
I'm just trying to see. Words. I'm just trying to find the chat for this one.
Why? Well, I've got it right here.
Well, send it to me.
YouTube is not-
Is that the
Speaking of Predator, I when I was I lived in Boston, and I had a bunch of friends of mine, and we went for Halloween. We went as a Predator clan. Now, these were all Eastie Boston guys, over 6 feet. I'm 5'5", and I was a cool little Predator, but I was the tiny one of the group. And people were coming up to me and go, "Oh, he's so cute, little baby Predator." And I was like, "No, I'm a real Predator."
Fuck you!
Like, are you going hunting? You're going hunting, aren't you? Oh, you're so cute. Can you make the little sound? Yes, you can. I bet you can. I just like my dread. I like having dreads.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I've tried to do those, but I don't know, because once you do them, if you end up not liking them, you literally have to cut them out and then start all over again, right? And my hair is pretty fucking long. I mean, let's put it this way: even R went, "Holy shit, your hair's long." So, which I thought was, yeah, that's right. My hair's long. Been growing it for fucking 6.5 years. It better be.
Were you there when they played the prank on Arn-Ra?
I don't think so.
Okay, so it was around that time. I think when what? Anyways, so there's an app on your phone that you can get that makes a sound like a razor, like an electric razor, a hair shaver. And so somebody went up behind Arn-Ra while he was bending down and went, zzz, and I thought he was gonna round kick the dude.
That reminds me so much of Family Guy when they were running around zitting people's hair off and shit.
Jackass,
They
yeah.
were doing the Jackass scene, yeah.
Wait, they were?
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
They were making fun of Jackass, and then
Yeah. But in Jackass, they were
Yeah.
actually had a actual hair shaver, but it's an app on your phone that you can just you just went up behind Arn-Ra and zzz,
Oh my goodness!
and he was
I
about
could
to
see that going
gray
around that
lightsaber.
way.
Yeah, I can imagine he probably flipped out and just about punched somebody.
I thought he was gonna do a round kick.
Because he is a bit like he does have the Klingon look to him.
Yeah.
if just wanted to bring up one thing with Star Wars. If Arn could be either a Jedi or a Sith, what do you think it would be?
Arn would be a Jedi.
I think he'd be a Jedi, but I think he'd be a grey Jedi.
Well, that's what Derek was talking earlier. Actually, you tell it, Derek. You tell it, because you were the guy talking to him during Atheist Vanguard. So
So we aired Atheist Vanguard last week, and he was talking about his past paganism, and that reference that the closest that it would be a Jedi. And so I asked him, I was like, "Well, what color would your lightsaber be if you were a Jedi?" And he answered me, and it was like a gunmetal gray silver type thing.
Okay. Well, there is actually precedent in Star Wars for both a black-bladed lightsaber and silver.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually a white one too, I think.
Yeah.
Yep,
the-
there is.
well, the silver and white would be very similar if you got a lightsaber black going on.
Didn't they change the canon on like the link between the person, the holder, and the crystal?
Yeah, but I'm very strongly on the side of anything Disney is not canon.
he's a purist.
I'm when I say I'm very strongly on that side, I mean very strongly on that side. Oh, I was going to ask you actually, and I've just lost the chat again. No, I'm still not in the right thing for the chat. I was going to ask actually. You mentioned writing some stories.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think you said SCP ones.
I haven't written any SCPs, but I've narrated SCPs.
Interesting.
Yeah, you just go to my YouTube channel, Hawke 1.
I shall have a look because I've recently done a reading of one of the SCP tales on my channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the last thing I put up actually. I think
I'm gonna need to have a link to that.
I'll see if I can. I'll just check. It is the last thing I put up. It is indeed.
Okay. Have you ever done the reading of SCP-1, The Guardian?
I don't think I have. No.
That's a real popular one. The one that really got me like a huge views was The Factory, which was another SCP-1.
Oh yeah. I've just written. No, I haven't. I've just read. Which one did I read? I read the Woodvale Incident.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
it's funny. It's funny you say that. So I talked about one of my very first stories, which was a story written by me called, and it's just a regular creepypasta called "The Sounding of the Fifth Trumpet," which is a apocalyptic revelations type story, and I first submitted it as an actual SCP story,
Okay.
and so I've had some pretty good success as in creepypasta, but with the SCP, the guy read it and he submitted feedback. Basically, it was, congratulations, you're the only person I ever knew that had made the apocalypse boring. And,
Ouch.
so
oh dear.
I cried a little, and then I rewrote it, and it's actually a really successful story now.
Oh, excellent.
So I've yet to conquer the SCP world, but I do have done a lot of narrations on those.
Well, I am on the wiki, but I haven't posted anything because I have well, I haven't had the sort of the energy to write something that I'm pleased with enough to
Are you talking about SCP? Are you talking about SCP?
Yeah.
That is very hard to write, and because you can't just write a story, you have to actually write like a case study, a case report.
Well, there are both. There are both tales and the articles on there. I was thinking of starting up in the tales because I think I might need a little bit of practice before I try doing the whole clinical tone for the one of the articles.
Yep.
I need another beer. Hang on.
I think Neil is SCP-001.
What the hell does SCP stand for, by the way? I can't remember.
Secure, contain,
protect.
There we go.
Contain, protect.
See, this is what I was thinking about with a lot of you guys that are a little bit older, is that you guys got these stories like the younger generation that's coming up being atheists really, really young, that has, family members that have been probably atheists too. A lot of them don't have these stories of, coming out and doing whatever, and just, this whole, telling of, the whole telling, like what we, discuss with you and, Neil, with, you and, everybody else, goes through on here, so it's just like you don't get that with the people my cousin's age and all that sort of shit. They just don't have that same story, even though they become an atheist.
Yeah, well, they probably don't have as deep a one, maybe. And I just realized something. You are joining us, and it is a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So that means it's about fucking time we had you set up on my show.
Yeah.
Because we had issues before, because he couldn't do it on the days I was doing it. But now that you apparently can, we should set something up.
The thing is, this Wednesday and I think it was Monday, I had my classes were off because we had testing this week. So it's still going to be probably about the same for the next for a little while.
Dude,
So.
I'm booked solid for at least a couple of months. So,
geez.
Yeah. So we're probably looking towards the end of September, early October before I can consider having you in anyways.
Okay.
All right. So we'll talk.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, just
because we've been threatening doing yours. I know we've been threatening doing your story for a few times now, and it just never seemed to come to fruition. So
yeah, I thought about my story for a while. There's a little bit in there.
Well, I'd definitely like to hear yours.
Yeah. I'm getting some new lighting coming in, and
because we can barely see
screen for some other stuff. So,
because we can barely see you.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's fucking dark. I mean, I got the light behind me and shit, I mean, I got some lighting I could use, but it's not. There's no space over here for it. Like my computer's like up against the wall. So
okay.
I mean, if I wanted to take out the big, lighting for whatever it is, recording, I could do it, but there's no room for it.
Derek, do you have any creepypastas coming up that we can look forward to on your channel?
Yeah, I'm just reading one. I'm just about to release one. I just got to do the editing, called Bottoms Up. It was a second place winner of a creepypasta contest, and they asked me to do the narration. And it's actually the first one I've done in about a year. I haven't written anything in a long time.
Well, you've been pretty busy too, right? If you think about it.
Yeah. I've been mostly focusing kind of like on my art skills. What's unique about my creepypasta channel, I don't even like using the term creepypasta, but because it's more horror and sci-fi and whatnot. But I do a lot of animation in my storytelling. That's what I try to get mine to stand out more.
Sorry, Randolph, I just noticed you were there. You were actually below my scroll line. So, anyways,
your troll line?
Scrolling.
Troll line.
One here.
Does look like a troll.
Like I saw a little gray bar underneath me, and at first I thought it's because I was the host and it was just underlining me. And then I kind of scrolled down a little bit and I went, "Oh fuck, it's Randolph." By the way, Derek Randolph is going to be my partner in crime when we do the live call-in show. That's going to be very much like Atheist Experience and Talk Heathen kind of thing. But it'll be the first one in Canada. First one in Canada.
That's what we're after. Yep.
So we're going to be doing it on Sundays or Saturdays?
We don't know
We
yet.
haven't figured that out yet.
Oh, it isn't.
If you want to have some weird British-looking badger drop in, then badger-looking British, whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Badger, to tell you the truth, we were talking about it, and we thought, we're going to try to do 4 shows a month, and at the end of the month, we'll have on one of our shows at the end of the month, we'll have a special guest with us. So maybe you can do that.
I'd be very interested.
That'd be great.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Badger, have you been on Truth Wanted?
Possibly. To be honest, I can't remember some of the things I've been on because I'm a bit funny.
You've been horny? What?
I'm a little bit wonky in the brain, you see. So sometimes I forget what I've done.
But horny works too, Derek. Don't worry.
It does.
It's Honey Badger, not Horny Badger.
I'm the badger specific to the British Isles and Europe. So
I'm very sorry.
I just recall the name, and I think it was on a Friday. And I was actually in the audience while the live show was going on.
Oh, yeah.
If you were there, I'm almost positive it was you.
Well, if you find it, then let me know, and I'll go. Oh yeah, that was me. I'll have it wrong, but
Here's the thing. I'm not sure if it was you, Badger, because you would have to show yourself on Truth Wanted.
What are you talking about? This is
No,
me.
no. It was an icon like this.
Oh, maybe you did. Did you do it, Badger, with Dan?
I don't know. Don't ask me these difficult questions.
They're not difficult. This is something you should know.
I don't. I'm going to say this. I don't think it was me, but it's entirely possible that I've been on a show and not remembered whose show I've been on, because I did. A lot of shows do tend to happen quite late at night for me.
Okay. All right.
Like right now, it's 1:45 in the morning.
Yes, yes. Yes, and the Badger tends to get a little loopy now and again, but at least he's communicating and up and aware with us, because a lot of times he ends up passing out during my streams.
Neil, I have never fallen asleep in a live stream. I don't know what you're talking
about. I have video fucking evidence, mister.
I wanted to ask something to Derek. Did you go with the rest of the group up to protest Steadfast Baptist?
In Orlando?
No, the one that was in Texas. NIFB that was in was a Fort Worth.
I didn't know, but I did know some people that did go. I think Aaron Raw went.
You did?
Yeah.
And Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Thomas did that. He did that. The pumpkin twerking thing that.
He did that on my interview with him too. I'm like,
yeah,
you have the pumpkin suit? He's like, yeah, I got it here. Would you put it on? He's like, oh yeah, I'll put it on. He just got excited and he ran off. He came back and he blew it up and he put it on and he twerked again. It was awesome. You're only going to see that on my show, people. I have a way of conning people into do things. This is pretty funny, which was awesome.
Okay. I've just had a quick check. I don't think I have been on Truth Wanted, but now I think I figured out what it is. I think I was on another show with the chap from Truth Wanted.
With Dan?
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's what it was.
Maybe that's what you're thinking about then.
I think it may have been one of your after parties, actually, Neil.
Oh, that's more than likely.
Yeah.
Because Dan did the after party with us and he pretty much stuck through the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Okay, well that's cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm jealous of Thomas, because if anybody that can look good in a pumpkin suit, I'm jealous.
Yeah, he made it work.
I've lost the stream again. Okay.
I want to see.
We were the closest we get to see his great pumpkin.
I want to see. Legitimately, I know thinking about Steven Anderson is difficult, but I want to see what Steven Anderson and fucktards over there, in the NIFB, said about all this.
I have no idea. It'd be pretty interesting to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I think that might have been what it was, actually. I think it might have been the stream about the NIFB.
Oh, maybe.
That Sassy Atheist did.
Oh, that's right. She did do one. Yeah. By the way, yeah, Sassy's got a great channel, and she's so funny, and she's when she starts laughing, it's contagious. So if you guys aren't subscribed to Sassy Atheist, definitely check out her channel, because
Sassy's great fun.
Oh yeah, she absolutely is, and she's got some really cool conversations that she's had on her channel. So definitely go check that out.
And I managed to beat you to the interview, Neil.
yeah, I know, but like what, a day or something? You had her the day before me. Yeah, that's what it was.
That was it. I tried not to
coming over there just to kick you in the badger nuts.
I tried not to ask the same questions you normally ask.
Well, that's good. That's good. At least you were considerate in that respect.
Yeah, I got that fucking video in my head stuck. Honey Badger don't like that.
I was walking backwards.
And Love Machine, I have that on my head too.
Just a love machine. Ain't nobody love me but you.
Guacamole in my shoes, or guacamole in my shoes.
You and I will have to do a performance of that next time I'm down there, Derek.
Yeah.
We'll do a couple of rehearsals and we'll just do it for the whole play. Maybe we can get Matt to break out his ukulele and play it, and then we can.
Yeah.
Because that's what
I
him.
do an awesome karaoke of this song, Tequila.
Oh, do you? There's nothing to the song. Tequila. That's all you do. Oh, I think we got someone else wants to join us now. Might be an issue. Nope. Oh, it's Inquisitive Quandary.
I was just gonna say, Derek, if you fancied doing like a vocal collaboration on reading a story at some point, I can do a very good British accent.
I'm gonna take you up on that. I will take you up on that.
Yeah.
Welcome, IQ.
Hello.
Okay, so IQ is an example that you actually don't have to have your camera on. So there you go.
They run you by it when you set everything up. I didn't even have to download anything.
No, this
cool.
is.
Yeah, I
This,
was
I
happy
just post a
about that
link,
too.
just like Hangouts, it was Nadine that turned me onto this site, and I thought, well, shit, this is cool.
But it's only up to 6 people. That's going to get ugly.
Yeah.
Dude, that's much better. You've seen my Hangouts with 10 fucking people in them. It turns into a complete shit show sometimes. So
I have set up an
thing,
account
man.
with StreamYard actually for when Hangouts goes away, but I haven't tried it yet.
well, this was easy. I just set it up like I normally would in live events in YouTube. I just go to this site and it says which format do you want to stream on, and you can pick Twitter, you can pick Facebook, you can pick YouTube, and I think Twitch. They now offer Twitch, I think. So
that's handy.
yeah, and I just said I picked YouTube, and it goes, okay, fill in the information, and we'll set you up, and away you go.
Yeah, I've tried Google Meet, and it's kind of weird.
Meet?
Zoom. Yeah, Google Meet is what is replacing Hangouts.
Oh, I thought it was Google Meet. Oh yeah, Meet. Meet is an MEET. I'm like, what the fuck is Meet? Like MEAT? Like,
I thought that was a hookup, like Grinder.
There was something I've seen about Google. It's just like Google doesn't know anything about social media stuff. So every time they get social media stuff, they fuck it over, you know?
well, I mean, they did have Google Plus or Google.
Yeah.
I was
They fuck it over too.
Does anyone know there's an animation chap on the YouTube. It's currently called Greasy Moose, I think.
No.
No, never heard of him.
Okay, he did a video for when Google Plus became the comment system on YouTube for a while, and it was just a chap sitting in a dressing gown in a chair with a glass of whiskey and smoking a cigar. A little like my current look, actually. Yeah, a little like my current look, actually. No, he's Australian. This chap.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the the guy, the camera just kind of zooms in slowly on the guy, and he's sitting there and goes, "Oh, hello, you must be Google Plus. Well, fuck off!"
I was gonna say, is this guy missing part of his fingers? Because the way you made it sound is it sound like that old British show Dave Allen at Large, where he would sit on the chair and tell a few jokes and then he'd do some sketch comedy. If you guys don't know who Dave Allen at Large is, man, you know. And now I think about it. Of course, a lot of the comedy from back then, like we're talking the days of like Benny Hill and shit like that, wasn't exactly politically correct, we'll say. I mean,
That's the best kind of comedy.
right? But I mean, there was always
Blazing Saddles, man.
Yeah,
Blazing Saddles.
yeah, Blaze. Oh my goodness, yeah, that would not fly today in the theater at all.
It was
no
a
way.
really cool. It was a British commercial. Oh, actually, it was a skit, and I'm not sure what, but it's a guy outside having coffee, and then next yard there's a little girl bearing a box, and he goes, "Oh, honey, what are you doing?" And he goes, And she goes, I'm burying my goldfish. He goes, oh, I'm so sorry. Why are you digging such a big hole? Because it's in your fucking cat.
Oh.
I wanted to ask Zach something. Do you
Yeah.
play Fortnite?
Oh no, I cannot. I don't like Fortnite at all. I have friends that play Fortnite, and I do not like it.
Oh,
Note to self: do not try to enter the little thing at the bottom that says chat, and then try to X out of it.
Wonder where you went.
Good to know. Yeah, you suddenly just blipped out, and I was like, "Oh, I guess he
It
hates
sent
us."
me to streaming purgatory.
Oh, did it?
Oh, by the way, I finally managed to get the chat for the stream open, and I see that Orla put the link in. I can't speak this evening, or this morning technically. I see that Orla put the link in for my SCP reading video.
Yes, she did. Yes, Badger's SCP reading.
I don't see it.
It's just scroll up a bit. She put it in ages ago.
Yeah, and she also says you're very funny and horny too. so and cute.
Yeah.
It says you're cute too, buddy. What's this? Do I sense a little love connection going on?
I couldn't possibly comment on anything of that nature.
And I'm gonna stop gushing. Anyway, she says she's gone to annoy someone, so she says to have fun. And hello, spooky bed hair.
Chat gone. Oh, there it is.
Why are you frowning, Spooky? Or that's not really a frown, is it?
That's a really intense
That's a frown.
face.
Is it a frown? What can we do to cheer you up, Spooky? Besides handing you the winning lottery ticket.
I don't have the winning lottery ticket.
And nothing.
You gotta wait a minute because it comes through a little bit after, right? We see it before.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Right? It's still like same thing as Hangouts. But Spooky's awesome. Always in my chats. Well, almost always. But yeah, it's just weird when Spooky's not in my chat. So.
It's Orla.
Oh, frowning because Orla left.
Oh.
Okay, understandable. Because Orla's a sweetie. Anyway, what Badger might know better than I would. Apparently. Well, sure, that's okay.
It's kind of like a demon lady.
Yeah, Spooky, you are awesome, and I'm not going to disagree with that. You're much better than this clown Zach who's playing a fucking video game during my live stream.
Hey, you never said I couldn't.
Everywhere.
So.
That's true. I didn't say you couldn't.
I heard Cirrus has gotten into Minecraft now.
Yes. You finally got it.
Oh,
Is that still a thing?
dear.
Yeah, it is. It is still.
Oh my
I've never
god.
actually managed to play Minecraft.
You want me to play the ukulele? They want me to play the ukulele now. I don't even have a ukulele.
Back. Yeah, he's sitting back at like fucking what was it 1 o'clock in the morning Central Time, like playing fucking Zelda from 64, and I'm like, God, dude.
I could play the
Eastern
didgeridoo.
time, it's like fucking 2 o'clock in the morning.
I could play
It's
the
not really a
didgeridoo.
bad time for Zelda. I mean, he's got it like that. He's just like, all right, I'm bored.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, shit, you
Apparently,
make money
sir,
from it.
Dream Zelda.
Is playing Paper Mario now.
Well, he makes money from that shit.
He
I
does.
mean, the super chats.
That's
Yeah.
probably
Have you
about the only
done
thing you can do
VR?
nowadays that doesn't get demonetized.
Yep.
Have you done anybody done any of the VR, like the Samsung?
A virtual reality.
Yeah,
No.
that shit is fun. I'm a very jumpy person, and I like playing the horror ones. And I got into like, because you have to sit in like a spinning chair. Well, I thought, well, why don't I do this in the spa? So and I get a little bit too into it and a little bit too reactive. And I had the people next door that said, "Oh, we thought some woman was over there being murdered." We're about to call the police. I'm like, no, that's just me. I'm sorry, I'm scared of spiders, and I was in a spider room.
God damn 8-legged freaks! All right, I'm gonna try some of the functions and features that this streaming system comes with. Let's see what happens when I click on this one.
Oh no, you're big now.
Now you become big. We can see the pores.
Now everyone's on the side, and I don't like that.
I thought
Is there one that just
This
is there
one's
one that just makes someone full screen?
There is one that can put like full screen. It probably works the same way as Google Hangouts, I imagine.
Yeah, I thought it would.
I'm clicked on it, but it ain't doing jack shit. Weird. Okay.
I just thought I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, because I tend to, when I'm doing the streams, I tend to have like a fancy thing that I've made as a thing with the
That made no sense. A thing that you made as a thing? What is it?
Yes.
What does that even mean?
I'm British, so deal with it.
That's your excuse for everything. I'm bloody British.
Well, when you say it like that, it kind of works.
It's true. It's true.
But yeah, I tend to put like a video that I put together of my little avatar and whoever I'm talking to's avatar in some scene that is relevant.
It's good that it's relevant.
Please don't tell me that it's some weird kinky shit.
Depends who I'm talking to.
Badger snuff video.
Oh shit!
I'm not even touching that one, Derek.
Well, I do.
Do you know what nugget porn is? Do you know
what?
Do you know what nugget porn is?
I don't think I want to.
You can make nuggets.
Nope.
Okay.
Nugget porn. It's it's a four-limbed amputee that you put in a potato sack with a hole.
Oh, that's definitely worse than I thought it was going to be.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I do
introduce my channel saying that I'm on. When I say all the places you can find me, I do say that I'm on YouTube, Twitter, BitChute, Gab, Minds, and Pornhub.
I am not looking that shit up. I can go the rest of my life without ever seeing.
Somebody
Neil,
says nugget porn. I'm like, chicken nuggets, or
you're still good with Steve McRae, right?
Am I? Yeah, Steve and I are still friends. Yeah.
Why is he doing his live stream at the same time that you do yours?
Oh, he's just a dickhead.
Because he's Steve, and he doesn't care about. I don't even think he knows that I'm doing it right now.
Well, Steve McRae. You see, the thing you have to understand about Steve McRae is that he's a dickhead. he's just an absolute cock.
Steve, he can. Okay, which one of us can't be a dick once in a while? I mean, come on.
I'm not saying that as a criticism, just as a description.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. I mean, yeah, Steve can be a huge dick.
Are we back on the porn again?
That's what I was getting
Steve
to that
McRae porn.
I was getting to that point. I was saying
keyword running through warehouse scared at night.
I was getting to that point. I was saying that hey, Neil, all of us are born with dicks.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're born in one of the two available sexes, for body-wise,
you can go there.
I mean, unless you're hermaphrodite.
I'm at the ACA. Don't even go there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true. They've been running into issues with that right now.
Yeah.
I no longer wish to comment on that. I've said my piece on that whole thing repeatedly, and I'm done with it.
I tried to avoid saying any pieces on that for a while, and then I ended up kind of thrown into a Twitter discussion on it, and I accidentally did end up saying some pieces on it.
Accidentally.
Yes, it was completely unintentional. My fingers just happened to piss off
What are you
some
doing,
people.
fingers? What are you doing? You betray me.
I feel that all this shit came up, and it was around the time. Well, not that it came up around the time, but it lasted during a time where the community was being attacked, and people, just like I said before, they should have had priorities in other things than what they did, and it's just a pain in the butt. I mean, because you literally had Nazis fucking attacking the community and shit with the NIFB and all that.
That's right.
It was such a trivial thing for everyone to lose this shit over.
Well, it's not, though. I mean, I understand a lot of these people's position. Okay, they feel like they don't feel safe anymore, and I get it. But I think that I just wish there would have been more communication between the two groups.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was blocked by many people without them coming to me and say, "Hey, Neil, what's going on? Where's your opinion on this?" And then that was it. I didn't even get that. I didn't even get a chance to at least explain my position on the whole thing. Right? So, and that's where I felt kind of cheated, but me feeling cheated doesn't even compare to a marginalized group that feels unsafe. Okay? And I get that. But,
excuse me.
So I understand.
In many cases, it's not just feels unsafe. It's people physically are unsafe in
some places. Yes, agreed.
Yeah. Well, I was at ground zero when it all happened. So
Tony made a great point. Yeah, me too, dude. I was there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Tony Designs made a very, very valid point. He said it's not trivial, but it wasn't salient, and I agree. Right? It could have been handled a lot better instead of instantaneous accusations and calling everyone even involved remotely a transphobe, which I didn't think was fair. But
let me adjust my previous phrasing. Not trivial in terms of unimportant for it to be discussed, but I think things got out of hand very quickly, and people became very judgmental and didn't talk to each other in a civil and calm way.
But that can be hard, especially if some of these people that are involved are feeling really emotional about it. And it's tough to discuss these kinds of things when you're in that mindset. And I get that. But you wait a little bit until things calm down and then you get people to do it and talk.
What's really frustrating is that we have people within the community viciously attacking each other when we're supposed to be allies.
It makes me sad, man, and it really does make me sad because we should be united, not divided.
We're better than that.
I think so.
Yeah, it was a complete breakdown of proper discourse. Like when communication fails, just everything goes to shit.
Well, that and hyperreactivity doesn't help the situation either.
I think what really was frustrating to me is that we saw the. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
When people stop communicating properly, your brain goes haywire. You start worrying about this, and you think that somebody's thinking that, or they could be thinking this, because nobody's really expressing themselves. So your brain, your imagination just takes over, and that's when all your fears, everything that you're worried about, everything that you might think be happening or might not have the proper evidence for, but everything that just hits you all at the same time, and everybody goes crazy because you can't you don't know what other people are thinking because nobody's expressing themselves properly, and particularly when emotion gets involved in discourse, people get irrational because that's
So
what
when you're in
emotions do
that
to
state,
conversation.
yeah, when you're in that state, you immediately you go on the defense, and we see that, say, when you engage a Trump supporter, they're always on the defense. And what was really sad is that we saw that behavior in ourselves in this community. And there was no opportunity for discussion. Again, I was on ground zero and the aftermath, and I still really I'm hard time grasping, how this toxicity infused itself into the community, and just the effects of that toxicity. It's really, I'm a gay guy too, and I understand the marginalization stuff, but it's just it's still mind baffling, just the impact that this had.
Can I ask you something else, Derek? When did you find out that you were? Oh, when did you find out that you were LGBT?
Oh God, I could. That was when I was really young, and I was looking at the Sunday newspaper for the guys in the underwear.
This version of that was the Sears catalog in the bra section.
Yeah.
For me,
similar.
anyway.
I was in the men's brief. That's when that was before boxers were big, and you could see the tidy whities all the time. Not no more.
Yeah, and all the guys are standing there like this, like the old Eddie Murphy thing. Here, let me stir my coffee.
Yep.
Stir your coffee.
Nowadays they got thongs and shit like that. Thongs and jock straps and all that crap.
Nothing left to the imagination anymore.
Here's a funny story. This is how freaky I was when I was a kid. There was a young couple that rented the house behind us, and I was like obsessed with spying on these people. And it was like a blonde surfer dude, and he was always wearing his tidy whities. And then one day, and this is where I discovered that there was a thing as manscaping, because one day he pulled down his underwear and got some scissors and started trimming, and I was like, "What the hell is that? Is that a thing?"
You got to keep it trim, buddy.
And
Nobody
then I was
wants
like,
to get poked in the eye. Come on.
and then it was like, well, I guess it looks good. It does look good. Okay, so it was that and the Sunday briefs section of the newspaper, and it was really young. I was probably it was way before puberty, 5 or 6.
These awkward boners.
I guess you would have killed yourself if y'all had the internet.
I wouldn't have left my room.
When I joined the military, the thing that worried me the most, that like drove me to like pure panic, was the idea of getting a boner in the showers with the other guys. But you know what prevented that? What prevented that was the idea of that big 6'6" black drill sergeant that was ready to scream in my face.
Yeah. Well, what's tough about the military at that time is that's when they had Don't Ask. Right around, I think before they had Don't Ask, Don't Tell, or around it, was it?
No, so when I joined right before Clinton, so there was no gays in the military.
That was before,
When Clinton, so this is interesting. When Clinton came into office, Don't Ask, Don't Tell came in, and it actually got worse. It actually became a witch hunt for gay people, because now they had like the special undercover cops that go into gay clubs around the area and find and actively. So they were actively searching for people at this point. And I knew people that would like admit they were gay so they could get out. Like there's this real big guy. There was a real good friend of mine, this is Rooster. And I was like, before the next day, Rooster was gone. And I was like, well, what happened to Rooster? It's like, oh, he's gay. I'm like, he's not gay.
I suppose that's a reasonable way to get out of the military if you feel you need to. Or at that time, really.
One of the things that I think, I'm not so sure on it, but I'm guessing this was that during the 60s, see, people still believed that homosexuality was a mental illness, and then when they didn't get cured, when they didn't get cured in the hospital, and they would release them, then they come back and then the parents will say, well, we're going to send you to gay conversion therapy. But then
Fucking
they
ridiculous.
realized that they would use the military as a form of gay conversion therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And then before you know, their son is ran away from the home, is going to San Francisco with his boyfriend and everything, you know. And then after the whole thing, then they realized that the son ran away to, you know, San Francisco or to Vancouver, like, you know, and then
Vancouver,
they don't want to talk about it.
yeah.
But then
Ran
they
to Vancouver,
don't want to
grew
talk
their hair
about it
long,
anymore.
and
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
if any guys
again,
ever get a chance to get over here where I am, just fucking give me a call and I'll take you all over the place. We'll have you'll be so drunk by the time it's over. It's like we'll have a great time. Trust me.
That's why I think a lot of the big, how should I say, gay community in San Francisco came about, or could have came about, is due to everybody trying to dodge the draft because, you know, mom and dad wanted to, you know, get them to change their sexual orientation and shit, you know.
a lot of people actually joined the military to kind of like prove that they weren't a sissy boy gay. I knew a lot of people like that as well, just like self-hating. And either they joined the military or they joined the Republican Party.
Nothing wrong with being sissy boy gay.
But that's ridiculous.
No.
Because being gay doesn't automatically equal sissy boy.
I know.
Okay. Right?
I'm not a sissy. I'll scratch anybody. I'll scratch and slap anybody calls me a sissy.
No, they got a word for it nowadays. It's called soy boy. What's this? Soy? It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Is that what that is? Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen that being thrown around, and I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that is.
I have my fighting style. This is my fighting style.
Hey, I said that. I think literally somebody was I was tweeting. I was writing in a tweet with somebody, and I said, you know, this guy was right wing or whatever, and he got up and he said something about soy, and I said, what's the problem with soy? I used to drink it all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's milk. You know, you could drink it with coffee and this and that.
It tastes fine.
You know,
I dump it.
Looking at me like
what
you know,
what kind of soy are they talking about? Because soy sauce.
Any kind of soy.
I thought that would be like an insult for a hipster.
Well, even having like soy sauce.
No, soy sauce. You don't put soy sauce in your coffee, Badger, unless you're really weird. But
no, what it is the people.
I'm British.
It's
I know you guys put Worcestershire in your coffee. So.
It's the people like Paul Joseph Watson and Paul Joseph Watson and Steven Crowder and all their fucking group of people that follow them.
Sorry about Watson, by the way.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, Watson promotes these brain force pills, right? And the ingredients to that shit is soy. And he's sitting back there saying, oh, these people are drinking soy, blah, blah, blah. But he's actually eating that shit.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is,
maybe he's trying to feed the soy to other people, so he's got more soy to complain about.
Tony made a good point about the whole soy thing. He says it doesn't make you produce estrogen.
No.
Okay. It contains phytoestrogen. And he also mentioned that many creamers for coffee contain soy, which I already knew, yes.
Okay.
Actually, the fat-free creamer that I use is actually, I think, 40% soy milk. So there you go.
I guarantee you this. If you look at how much estrogen has to go into the male body for it to become for it to do the transition, the physical transition, it's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot more than what you're going to get out of a cup of soy.
You're trying to transition with soybeans? What?
Yeah.
I do like a lot of creamer in my coffee.
No, what I'm saying is that I'm saying that the injection, the injection of estrogen, in order for it to work to where you would transition to, looking like a female, it has to be a lot. You got to be doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, of course, every human being is going to react differently too, right? Because
Yeah.
we're all different machines, really. So, I mean, there's lots of studies out about how this sort of thing works.
Oh, yeah.
But they're slightly different, each one of them. I mean, there's different results because they're dealing with different people, and people are going to react differently. So,
most medications that are estrogen based,
Mm.
because I used to work for a pharmaceutical that made one. They're from horse urine.
oh yeah, that's right. I've heard about that. Yeah, but it's not
called
like
Premarin.
it's not like you have to get fire away, buddy. Ah.
You're nasty.
See,
Hey,
that's
people
the
are into
one
golden
last-
showers, you know.
that's
I
the
don't know.
one last point. You see all these people, you know, what is it? These far right lunatics coming out there, you know, saying about how people are like soy boys and this and that, and they're the ones taking soy. They're doing it just as much as everybody else is doing it.
I think some people just use soy as a thing because it's what everyone's saying these days.
Yeah.
Is a soy saying there's a boy toy?
I think some of them do it because I think there's a stereotype of people, you know, you kind of almost your classic hippie type is kind of associated with soy because of the
we
whole.
call them hipsters.
I got a little spider, little tiny spiders crawling all over.
There's nothing wrong with it though.
VR flashback.
No, it's tiny, dude. He's just hanging out with me now. She. Actually, I can't tell because it's too small. If it was bigger, I'd be able to tell. Well, I used to raise tarantulas, so I'd be able to tell you.
Oh.
Let me tell you a story. When I was in college, my roommate had a spider,
So cute.
a tarantula spider,
Yeah.
and guess what his fucking name was? Houdini.
There you go, buddy. Houdini.
I wonder why that could be.
Guess why? I would come home from class and I would round the corner and this goddamn spider would be in the middle. And you know what he would do to me? He would raise his front legs at me, like I was interrupting him, like he wasn't in my apartment.
Posture.
So you'd be raising those legs like, you fucking what, mate? Interrupting my walking around time.
Yeah, and so back then, college days, you know, when you had the mattress on the floor, I'd be in my room reading, and I'd see his fucking legs underneath the door scratching. No.
I'll tell you, I did find a reasonable sized spider in my burrow a little while ago. I was just sitting here. Yeah, I was just sitting here minding my own business, and I see this reasonably, you know, palm-sized, leg width spider just sitting on the floor. I'm looking and going, oh, hello, nice to see you. It's nice to have visitors. And then the spider started moving and was moving at a speed that I think was faster than I could run. And I was there like, no, you got to get the fuck out, mate.
The spider goes, no, I'm British.
I was like, no, I'm not having a spider that moves that fast in my fucking living room, mate. You're getting out the window right now.
I always have
Gentlemen,
dreams that I
need
have
to go
upstairs.
investigate my children. It sounds like they're trying to murder one another, so I'll be back here in a minute.
Are you going to encourage them, or
No? It sounds brutal. One of them screaming violently. So
okay,
yeah,
no
I'll be back potentially here in a few.
Okay, now who just left, by the way, other than you?
Pikachu started buffering really bad.
I think Pikachu had a connection issue.
I think that's him.
Oh.
No, he's waiting for me to let him back in. Should I let him back in?
Steady on there.
No, I was saying I always have dreams about having web shooters, and I've dreamed so much that I think I'm pretty proficient in web swinging.
I can sort of fly in some of my dreams.
I've never flown, but I have glided. I've had a bat cape, and I've glided a lot. I've never flown, but I have glided.
It's not exactly flying in my dreams when it happens. It's more like a combination of swimming and climbing is what it feels like. But the effect is that I'm in the air.
Nope. Yep. I've had bat capes and I glide.
Awesome.
Yeah. Sorry about that, you guys. I had a little bit of a problem with the connection. That's what it was.
It's because you use that fucking VPN, don't you?
No, everybody, I don't know. Everybody was glitching. I don't know. Could be. Who knows?
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I kind of popped out for a second too, but
Yeah.
I for some reason it said that my audio had disappeared, so it auto dumped me because of that. And I'm like, my audio didn't fucking disappear. Screw you! And I popped myself back in. So there you go.
You're not having trouble. You're not having troubles with the VPN right now, are you, Neil?
I'm not using a VPN right now.
Are you not?
No. I only use VPNs when I'm downloading shit.
Oh.
I use VPN.
I don't give a shit. I got nothing to hide. So if anybody
Well,
wants,
he's living in
stare and watch
Canada.
me,
He's living in Canada, so he doesn't have to worry about all this.
oh bullshit! I got to
all
worry
this,
about the exact same
American
crap you
bullshit
have
with
to,
the net
because
neutrality.
the internet doesn't recognize borders, my friend.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
So I just don't care.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you don't have to deal with the bullshit that's going on in Washington. So
That's true.
I do. So.
Well, you made it just in time because I've got to close out the stream because we've hit the hour, and I got to finish doing my laundry, or I'm not going to have any fucking clothes to wear tomorrow. So I'm pretty sure nobody wants me to show up at work naked. So
yeah.
Neil,
I wouldn't
remember the checklist. Neil.
Object.
Hang on, hold on. Say that again, Derek.
Neil, you remember the checklist? What you have to do tonight? You have to cross your legs, candle, dark bathroom at 3:03 a.m. Bloody Mary either 3 times, and if it doesn't work, then 10 times. And if that doesn't work, then 3 times backwards.
If not that, you know what you could do? You could go pop in with Cirrus in Minecraft at fucking 2:00.
Scream Bloody Mary in his ear 3 times. There you go.
Yeah, there was something I wanted to ask Derek before we left.
Sure. Go ahead.
Was about when you realized you were homosexual. Like, how did your parents react to it?
I told my mom, and she looked at me and goes, I have to go take a bath. And then she just left the room, and I was like, what? Did I make you dirty or something?
Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, all right.
It's not the worst reaction I've ever had, but it's pretty bad.
But it's kind of became one of those things where it's just like we never discussed it. I never felt comfortable discussing it with them, and they apparently never felt it comfortable discussing it with me. As far as I know, I'm the only male in the family, but we got a bunch of what we call in the South les bullduckers in the family. My uncle, my aunt Irene, and Uncle Ree type thing,
Awesome. All right. Terry, you kind of did come in a little bit late because we are about to close out the stream. I have shit I got to do before I go to bed for work. So, because I'm that guy that has to get up at 4 in the goddamn morning so I can be at work.
Yeah, look at that. I got a pimple.
You can get up in an hour and a half.
I got no Badger. It's only 6:28 here in the evening.
What do you mean it's only 6:28 here? What is this? Blasted colonials on time.
I know, we're such scum. We abandon you, and then we get earlier time zones. I don't understand it.
Badger, I subscribed to your channel and I tagged your videos. I'm gonna watch that tonight and I'll comment on it for you.
Did you subscribe to my
thank you very much. No.
Screw you guys. I'm getting in.
Yeah. Now I get to go sit back and watch that piece of shit debate.
There you go.
That Bernie Sanders was supposed to be in, for goodness sakes, but they didn't. They moved him to the lower debate because
Apparently, Terry started doing streams.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't know that. I think I'm already subbed to you, Terry.
Yeah.
I think, if I'm not already that. Anyway, I'm sorry. I cut you off, Pikachu.
Yeah, I was saying that now I got to watch that fucking shitty ass debate where they fucking moved the one guy who should have been in there to the lower debate because some fucked up polls that didn't correctly show Bernie Sanders is popularity and shit.
Well, enjoy that.
Yeah.
I'm going to terminate this broadcast. Once again, Derek, man, thank you so fucking much for hanging out with me tonight, man. It was a good time. It was a lot of fun, and thank you all you guys for jumping in with us afterwards. It's always nice when you guys come and make it a lot of fun for us. But anyways, until the next time, which will be Saturday. Let me just see who I've got up for Saturday.
It's definitely me.
It's definitely you. I already interviewed you. It's a fellow by the name of Mr. E Man, who goes by the name of Mike on Twitter. You've probably seen him. It'll be 6 p.m. August 3rd, and his Twitter handle is @NotBuyingThisBS. And then
That's pretty cool.
on the Monday after the weekend, I'll be talking to Callan. Callan is a polytheist, so this should be another interesting one, like the ocean interview. Yeah.
Oh, I know it's what.
Yep, and I've got a lot of great people coming up. So I'm booked right through. The only available spot I even have left in August is there's 3 spots left I have in August, which is the 21st, the 26th, and the 31st. And then I also have September 2nd open, and then most of September is booked up until about the 14th and the 16th. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in and hanging out with us. Until next time, like I always say, that the late great Christopher Hitchens, one of his favorite quotes was, "It's called faith because it's not knowledge." And we'll see you guys next time.
I was going to make sure you didn't forget that.
Oh, I don't usually forget that.